All right, so today's episode, I want to talk about melanoma, which is the most vicious form of skin cancer there is, and how Black people, like myself, have this common misconception that we are immune to sunburn and all that stuff, and how dumb we may be when it comes to that. So stick by, stand tuned, whatever it may be, and I'm gonna just tell you a story about my past and how I hope it can enlighten your future. All right, good. Let's do this. Damn, that was weak. Now, as you all can clearly see, I'm of a darker hue. So my entire life, I believed I had no need for sunscreen. Now, my mother is very light, so she always had sunscreen when we went to the beach and outside and stuff. She had me put it on. But as I became older as an adult, I was like, I don't need this stuff. I'm dark. The sun is my best friend. I don't need sunscreen. I am the sun, right? I absorb the sun. And it's as true as that is, it's also kind of asinine to think that I can't be harmed by the sun. Too much sun exposure for anybody can cause issues, huge issues, major issues like skin cancer, death kind of issues. Now, the one thing that is factual is that since my skin is darker and since your skin may be darker, your skin fights off the sun a lot better. But prolonged exposure to the sun will lead to issues. Now, let me explain this to you. Hey, before we get started here, I want you to look at my shirt, my merch. If you want to buy some of this merch, you can get some. I'll put the link below. You can get some for you, your mom, your dad, even your baby. So, get some merch. Also, follow, like, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below. Suggestions of what you'd like to see. I'm all ears, baby. I'm all ears. Okay, buddy? Yeah. Now, compared to people of lighter skin, right? It does take more for the sun to harm us, but it can harm us. Now, if you are of lighter or fairer skin, the sun will do its thing to you, and it's more noticeable for you to see it in the early stages. So you'll get some sunburn, you'll start to peel, and you're like, oh crap, this hurts. Let me get out of the way. You turn red, whatever it may be. Us darker folk, that's not how it goes down, because we're sitting there and we're absorbing the sun and we're getting darker. We're like, yes, because we don't turn red, we just get darker, and we're just like, yes, that's exactly what I want. Well, what happens is if you spend too much time in the sun, you will develop melanoma, which is the most dangerous form of skin cancer. Now, if you have lighter skin, you can get melanoma as well. Like, it's not a problem, but you will have an easier chance of noticing it in the early stages compared to somebody with darker skin, because then we're just like, we're enjoying this, right? So what happens with melanoma is you start to get these black moles, and you may not see them or maybe under your arm or something. If you're a darker person, you're just like, oh, what the hell is that? You just don't see it. Right? But if you're of lighter skin, you start to see this color change. You go to the doctor. Oh, I'm having some burns. I'm putting some ointment on. You fix it. You're good to go because you can see these things earlier. So I guess a quick story about me. Well, hold up. So I did a bike trip across country, about 4,000 miles, to give away money to cancer patients, right? Cool stuff, right? Amazing, right? From Baltimore to Seattle, a little trek across with an organization called 4K for Cancer. Now, while I was on this bike trip, it was 30 of us, and I was the only person of color. There was another guy there, he was brown. So it was a brown guy, black guy, and a bunch of white people. And him and I, we didn't wear like sunscreen. And all the white people were like, well, you need to wear it, for the sun. Yeah, and we're just like, we don't need that. We're like, look at us, like, look at us. We were idiotic. We found out in the midst of the trip that we actually we are susceptible to getting skin cancer, getting sunburn. Now, we were safe. We didn't get any problems there. But fast forward to, what was it? Cause the bike trip in 2011, 2016, I went to the Bahamas, and I'm hanging out on the boat, doing some snorkeling and stuff, and I'm out there for like 7-8 hours. When I get back, like, my back, like this back right here was just like whitish, and I didn't see it. My friend Lauren saw it, and she was like, yo, what's up with your back? And I was like, oh, I don't know. It was flaking, it was peeling. Essentially, I had gotten a sunburn, right? Like, I had gotten a sunburn. I was like, no way. But I remembered how idiotic I was before, because I didn't have, this is a gap, so I didn't even think about it. And I got some sunburn, right? And I was like, shit, So it's like, I can get burned. You can get burned. We can all get burned. So it's important for you to take care of yourself if you're going to be outside in the sun, no matter, like, even if it's like wintertime, the sun is still out, right? The clouds may be there, so they're filtering some of these UV rays. But the light is still coming down. So even outside in the winter, you need to have something on, right? So that's why I use natural products like shea butter with some sea buckthorn oil, some zinc oxide, stuff like that. Like these oils and these butters that block sun rays, harmful rays, because if you step outside and you don't have any protection, you about to get got. You're gonna get got. The Tommy gun. You're gonna get got. The sun will get you. You're gonna start to burn, and it's like, as a darker individual, you know, we think we're immortal when it comes to the sun, and we're not. We're not. It takes more for us to be harmed. So we have a stronger defense against the sun. But because our defense is so strong, we go into it so arrogantly and so cockily that is that a word? We go into it so cockily that we think that we can't be harmed by the sun because it's our source of energy. Too much of a good thing can always be a bad thing. Right? Too much of a good thing can always lead to a bad thing. So I took this moment here to rant with you about taking care of yourself, right? Now, if you need some natural alternatives to skincare, or you need some natural like sunblock or bug spray, whatever it may be, I got it. I got you. You can check out the link below, and I got you. But if you don't want to use my stuff, that's also fine. Just use something, because I think the dumbest way to die is with something preventable. Like if it's something you can just stop, you could have prevented by listening to someone else, you would have been fine. So take a second, do some research, look it up, don't take my word for it. Look it up, type in melanoma, black people with melanoma, yada, yada. Look it up, type it up, figure it out. But just remember that I'm right. It's that simple. I'm right. I'm always right. Okay? I'm always right. All right? Yeah.